Hey everyone, and welcome back. My name is Bill. I'm an expat living in the Philippines, and if you don't know by now, I'm a prepper. I just want to say thank you to everyone that watches my videos. I do appreciate it. I know there are thousands of videos out there, or channels that you guys could be watching. I do appreciate the time you take to watch mine. All right, so that said, today's topic is a little side project I've been kind of working on in bits and parts for quite a while now. And what I'm trying to do is, besides the solar panels and the portable solar panels and the solar generators, the Blue Eddy and the Jackery and stuff, I'm also trying to devise an inexpensive and cheap way to provide batteries and battery sources for devices, specifically around lights, right? So if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I have a lot of USB-based lights. But I also have a lot of lights that are lithium-ion battery type of lights. And these batteries run about 25 to 30 pesos each out here in the Philippines. And they're typically what I buy is the 1.5 volt batteries. So I have, and let me show you, I'm going to turn the camera around, so bear with me here. I have a bunch of little things here I use when it comes to portable batteries. So I'll try to find the link again, but I buy a lot of these little casings here because they're extremely cheap. Basically, it's just a housing for a lithium battery, right? So they're just empty tubes. I buy them in a single battery configuration, and I buy them in 2 battery configurations. Now this particular one is almost the same as this. It's just twice the amount of stored energy, and it comes with a little flashlight. But what this allows me to do, and you know, I keep charged batteries here, and I haven't charged all these yet or checked them. And I bought these, which I didn't like, so I'm not going to buy these kind again. Those were on sale, just like everything else I buy. But yeah, so I can create these battery banks using these batteries. And I can charge all these batteries during the daytime, either with my power here at the house, or if there's, you know, let's say a week-long power outage, I can obviously use direct to my solar panels, you know, the little portable 20-watt ones I have, will charge all these banks. They'll charge them relatively quick, or I can charge them in my solar generators. But the key thing is that I'm trying to point out is, if I have a whole bunch of these on hand, and I do, right, chargers and devices and lights. I have a ton of lights. But I can take something like these little LED 5-cent lights, and I can plug them in here, and instantly I have a light stick. Now this could be just set anywhere. This is basically a modern candle, right? So this is going to run as long as the battery has power, and it's going to run for I think my experience 3 to 4 hours, because these LEDs don't take a lot of juice. So let me set the camera down here. I want to show you something here real quick. So if I was to take my, where do I have it? My little USB adapter here. So you can see that these batteries run at 5+ volts, right? So then when I drop one of these little guys in here, you know, it's barely drawing any amperage, right? So this guy is just going to run and keep running. It's just a couple little LEDs in there, nothing fancy at all. But what this gives me is the ability, let's say there's a long-term outage and everybody's burned through their candles, or they've already chewed up whatever power they had stored. I can hand these out. I can hand them out to families and friends, say, look, here's 4 or 5 of these little devices, stick them around your house. I obviously have tons of lights. I'm not even sweating lighting. But I wanted something that I could hand out to others in an emergency, that if I don't ever see it again, it only cost me a couple bucks at the most. And I'll try to link below what I paid for some of this stuff here. But these little power banks and battery things, and this is the 2-side one, has a little flashlight built in. I can figure out how to turn it on. There you go. So these things are something that I can have on hand in an emergency. And if I need to hand them out to family and friends, I can. And it's a literal no cost to me, right? I mean, yeah, a couple bucks a piece, but at the end of the day, that's nothing. Yeah, so even this guy here, it's just drawing, you know, 0.05 of an amp. I mean, it's just nothing. It's nothing. So anyways, I wanted to point this out because a lot of people forget. Now, as a prepper, I'm sorry about the camera moving, I'm doing my hand camera today. I do have regular batteries too, right? So I do buy just the AAA, AA alkaline batteries. You can yell at me all you want about Amazon brand, but these were on sale cheap. Shipping was free, and they're good on the shelf for 10 years. So I do have some regular batteries for devices that won't run on these lithium ones. But picking up this kind of stuff, and here, let me put my camera down again to show you another example of what I'm talking about. I was able to pick up a ton of these, like for $1, you know, flashlights. You know, it's just a little flashlight, and all it is inside this guy. Well, oh, this one's but I know for a fact inside there's a lithium battery, but this thing just charges from USB. But I have batteries in lights like this that run off of the lithium ion batteries. Now, I also picked up a couple traditional power banks. These were on sale. They're kind of old. They're not very big. They're all 1.5 amps, so I'm probably going to assume that inside of here is 3 or 4 of those kind of batteries that just cased up kind of nice. But these come in handies too. This thing will run a light for a long time. And I can hand these out. Again, I have all these various lights here. Yeah, I know they look corny, little flex lights, and they're kind of silly looking. But again, if you needed light somewhere and you were not having a candle or anything, these things are handy and great. And they're just a cheap prep to have. And my whole plan is this kind of stuff is something in a very long-term power outage, a long-term power outage. My solar panels will charge this stuff up relatively quick during the day. And then at night I can redistribute. So at nighttime everybody has lights. In the morning they come back and bring me all their dead batteries or dead devices. I charge them all back up during the day with the sun, and we rinse and repeat. The life, I think these batteries have like a, I don't know, 10,000 or 8,000 life cycle charge. So they're just gonna run for as long as I care about them. And it's a quick video today. I just wanted to highlight that not all preps have to be expensive, and not all preps have to be about you. So a lot of this stuff I'm honestly planning on having for when there's a long-term power outage or problem, that these are things I can just hand out. These are things, you know, and not just anybody on the street, but you know, the people that need power or people that are really in a bad position. I can set up a power swapping station, and I can help my neighbors here with lighting at a minimum. And keep in mind, this lighting is not going to cause a fire, right? So this lighting is safe. It's not going to catch the, you know, curtains on fire, the bed. A lot of the fires in the province of the Philippines are almost all candle or cooking related. So this will avoid that. Now, just as an old school prepper, I do have candles. I have emergency candles, long burn candles, and just your traditional candles as well stocked up. However, I wanted to highlight in this video that it's relatively inexpensive to have light options using these lithium ion batteries. That's it. I know it's a short topic. A lot of you guys probably already know this already. I'm just pointing it out. Some of you guys might not have thought of this as an option. If you like this content, smash that like. If you're not a subscriber and you think about it, go check out some of my other stuff. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments regarding this particular topic, drop it down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Until next time, thank you.